Okay. All right. Okay, you guys, welcome, welcome. Oh, and I'm at the top of my slide, so apologize. Thought I was a little bit more organized, so we'll just go through this really quickly. My name's Wandishin, and I'm super excited um, to share with you tonight. Can you believe it's October? Share with you tonight about these awesome drops. I was introduced to the drops at um, in May of 2024, and I had every single one of these symptoms here that you see here, with the exception of adult acne. I did have that in my adult life, but I didn't have it a year and a half ago. But I had all of these symptoms, and it was literally, I saw the picture from when my son graduated from college the day before Mother's Day, and I was so defeated because I really felt like I had been doing everything. I was eating healthy. I was doing all the supplementation. I was doing the bioidentical HRTs. I was moving my body. I was doing everything that my doctor told me, but I could not, nothing would shift the inflammation. I was technically pre-diabetic. My A1C was elevated, and I was doing everything, but nothing was working. And so I saw a post, and it was about these little drops, and they're homeopathic. And I thought to, and the person who posted them, I know she really cares about ingredients and what she puts in her body. And so I thought to myself, well, what have I got to lose? So I started on the drops, and I felt a difference right away. And so if you're here, either you're looking at the product, or you're maybe taking a look at what we do here with Partner Co. So the name of our company is Partner.co. We have a lot of different products. We're in over 50 countries around the world. And honestly, I've never used products at this high of caliber from from a company. I mean, I've just product after product. It's really phenomenal. So we actually have, we have the drops, which are a body balancing drop. Okay. They're homeopathic in the United States. In the other countries around the world, they are an herbal blend. Kind of like, think about two different types of cars getting you to the same destination. Okay. But I'm going to focus on the drops here in the United States because I live in the US, and that's where we're going to go over US pricing and stuff like that. So when you look at all the things listed here, I want you to think about a couple of things. One is when I started using the drops and I started seeing a difference, I thought, gosh, I know a lot of people who are suffering like I am, who are frustrated with perimenopause, menopause, just even like my daughter, she definitely struggled with issues around that time of the month. And I knew that because of how these drops worked, that they could address things like that. So I started taking a look at the company, and what we have are several products. So we have the body balancing drops. We have products that are going to help with your gut health, your immune health, your stress support, clean energy drinks. We have an incredible new collagen that is over the top. We have products that help with sleep, increasing your energy. And what I want you to understand is that when you go to look to like sell a product, you actually want things that fall into multi-billion-dollar categories. So each one of these things that you see listed here is by itself a multi-billion-dollar industry, which means that our products really, what they do is they really cover the mega trends that are globally happening around the world, which is very exciting. So what I want to share with you is one of the things that really got my attention. I know it got some of our guests' attention who are going to share as well, is Dr. Ray Strand. He is our chief medical officer. He went to the University of Colorado. That's where he got his MD. He lives in South Dakota on a horse farm with his lovely wife. He's still practicing medicine today. And what I love, if you look him up on Amazon or Google him, what you'll see is that he's been passionate for years about helping people get healthier holistically. So, water, moving your body, food, and nutrition have been part of what he has taught and trained for years with his patients and with people from this company. So he aligned himself with this company years ago, and he is absolutely incredible. I love learning from him. And so we have other people on our medical board and so many different clinical studies done. You guys, just our products are second to none. And when you have someone like Dr. Ray Strand putting his stamp of approval on the products, it means a lot to me. So, what are the drops? The drops are going to help you to release weight twice as fast as diet alone. They're clinically proven, doctor recommended, they're homeopathic, like I said, in the United States. They're all natural, they're safe, effective, stimulant free, and hormone free, which is really important. So, what do the drops do? They're going to help to balance your foundational hormones. What are those? That's going to be your insulin, your cortisol, thyroid, leptin, and ghrelin. So, for example, I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's about 16 years ago. And so the drops are safe for me to take alongside the medications that I take. I'm also menopausal, so they're safe for me to take along with HRTs. Now, what happens for some people is they're able to get off of their HRTs, and some people stay on them. It's every single body on this planet is different. And so, what the drops do is they're going to support your body and support you on the journey. So, what have the drops done for me? They've helped to balance my foundational hormones. I've released 22 pounds in several inches, helps with curbing the appetite. I definitely have increased energy. My brain fog is gone. I have a better and happier mood. My thyroid is supported. I've been able to decrease some of my thyroid medication. And it's also helped to stabilize my blood sugar. Remember how I said I was pre-diabetic prior to starting the drops? I'm no longer pre-diabetic, and I am no longer in my A1C is finally in the normal range, which is fantastic. So what I would love to do now is just to touch on a couple of things, and then I'm going to have my friend Millicent share just a little bit. So one thing that we recommend, so I've done this before without the drops, eating lean meats, healthy fats, low glycemic index foods, and tons of vegetables. But I'm going to tell you, with the liquid discipline, it's possible, and you actually crave the healthy foods. So, you know what? One of my customers, her husband, told me last week. I'm like, you've got to send me a text with that. I'm talking to her on the phone about our new products that came out, and he's like, Nancy, tell Anne that I'm actually craving vegetables now. He's like, I told her that it would never happen, but it has happened for him. So I absolutely love that. All he takes are the drops and the Renew, and which is one of our awesome products that stimulates the HGH to start producing again in the body naturally. And he is craving the healthy foods. I mean, you guys, that's incredible. He's in his 70s. Okay, so now I'm going to have my friend Millicent. I'm going to pull up her picture. And Millie, I would love for you to share um, what you love about the drops and what the drops have done for you and what they have done for your body. And then also just, if you want to share a little bit about the sorry, I'm trying to get back to my Zoom screen. If you'd like to share a little bit about, why you started partnering with me. Can you see
Okay.
your
Yeah.
picture?
You want me to keep it short though, right, Anne? Not too long.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to be quick. Yeah, that's so it's a little bit hard for me to look at that photo because what I really see is like crazy inflammation in my face. And then that picture is very recent, and it looks like I've had work done, but I haven't. And I think I look younger. So anyway, but my story is a little unique because I went through a health crisis 7 years ago, right around the time I turned 50. What I now know, because I've been educated more about hormones, is that I was in metabolic syndrome and I was going through menopause. I was really, really heavy. So I was overweight and I was pre-diabetic metabolic syndrome. I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know what was wrong with me. And the doctors kept telling me I was fine. But let's just say I had zero energy, zip. I had pain all over my body. I ended up with a frozen shoulder. It was like, it's like who stole my body, who stole my health. And if anybody on the call has gone through some of that, then you know what I'm talking about. And you look kind of normal, but you're walking around and you can barely like function and maybe pick up a kid from school and maybe cook dinner. That's about all I could do. Um, what I want to tell you is that I've been using holistic and homeopathic products for a long time. A person by the name of Anne Wandishin introduced me to the drops, but she called me up and she said, "I really think this might be something you're interested in because they're homeopathic." And I've been using homeopathy for like 40 years. My family went to a homeopathic physician in Connecticut, and so I feel really comfortable with that approach. And the thing about the drops is that I've been able to release weight. I've been able to maintain and manage weight. And really, for the first time in my entire life, I feel like I'm in control of my weight and my health as it relates to my weight. Um, Holidays, travel used to be a disaster for me, and I could lose weight and then gain a huge amount back, right? I don't have that anymore. If I do go out of town in a weekend and I'm a little bit off kilter, off plan, guess what? I get right back on my eating plan and my drops, and they just make me feel balanced. They help me with energy, they help me with cravings, they help me with mood. The first two things I felt were better sleep and less anxiety. And I think most of us, I mean, that's a win for me. Um, what I'll also just say quickly is I was not interested in aligning with another brand or getting involved in another business. I had been with another business for 20 years. And I was a little disillusioned with that company and really, quite frankly, the industry. This company is different. Um, get with the person who invited you to this call and get them to explain why. We call it partnership marketing. It's different. It's unique. We feel we have found what we call the unicorn. And that's because it's a plug and play, scalable business in 58 countries globally. Very easy. We can send them a link. We can send somebody a link. They can join as, a customer, or they could get involved as a brand partner and share drops and other products with others. The compensation model is the best in the industry. And I feel that I've had a pretty good view at the industry and various compensation models. And I'm going to tell you, this is like every day I kind of pinch myself. We have a viral product in the drops, but we have other products that are honestly just as effective and incredible. A lot of science plus nature going on to give us the best of the best of the best. Our founders are just second to none. It's a zero debt company, and we have this business model that allows us to grow a business with an attraction marketing model. Um, Again, I'm not going to go into that, but it's a big differentiator. It allows people to come to us. Lastly, we have a community and a collaboration here that has that has a very special feeling. It's a community and a company with a soul. And that is imperative for me. I really can't be aligned with a product or a company where that's missing. So those are my thoughts.
Thank you, Millie. I really appreciate you. I love you. All right, now we're gonna have my friend Marla. Marla, can you see your picture here?
I can see it.
Okay, so I have a few of them, and I have
Yep,
this
I don't want to see
too.
that one. That one shocks me.
Uh-huh. So what we're gonna start here. We'll start here. I'd love for you to just give a little bit of like background. You're like, just because so people understand who you are and how you have lived your life, just working out, eating healthy, all the things.
All right, so my journey started way back when I was in my 20s, 25, I had my beautiful son, put 70 pounds on, and at his age 4, I was 220 pounds. I was tired. I hated looking in the mirror. Decided at age 30, I was going to go on my weight loss journey. And of course, then it was super easy. I dropped 70 pounds in less than a year. I got just really toned, really fit. I don't know, do you have that picture that I sent you?
I might have to find it. So
Not a big deal.
I'll keep talking.
So,
You
yeah,
keep talking. I'll try to find it.
yeah, so I became really fit and did it on my own. And the one thing I wanted to do is help other women do the same without the struggle that I went through. So I became a certified personal trainer in my early 30s, opened my own gym, did all the things. I was super lean, super ripped. I worked out. I love lifting weights. Like I am an avid weight lifter. And then age 47-ish happened and perimenopause like rolled me over like a freight train along with having to have a total knee replacement. So in all of this time, I went from hanging around 145-ish, jumping all the way up. It seems like one morning I woke up and it's still so hard for me. I was 180 pounds. None of my clothes fit. I went through some really hard, like I had all of those same symptoms like Anne beside the acne. The worst for me was the weight gain. I went from sleeping to 7, 8 hours a night to maybe two. I became real emotional, depressed, did everything I could to stay off hormone replacement therapy until it was like enough was enough. I tried hormone replacement therapy. My symptoms got a billion times worse. My doctor said, no problem, double your dose. I went to sleeping 0 hours. And I had a thought as I was laying in bed crying one day that I understand how people like take their lives or hurt themselves being on some of these medications. And it like dawned on here I am in the health and fitness industry. My boyfriend's a doctor, and it was an immediate hard stop. Like I had to get off and I had to figure something out. So I decided, as you know, I'm doing all this personal training, let me dive into hormones. So I became a certified hormone and perimenopause coach. And still, no matter what I did, I could not shed a pound. I did all the weightlifting. I did the cardio. I was in a calorie deficit. I ate more protein than God anybody needs to eat. I did all the things that you're supposed to do, and that scale would go from 183 to probably about 186, 87, but never below 183. And it was literally crushing me. And thank goodness I'm somebody who didn't ever see a post. Charmin reached out to me and she's like, "Hey, these are great. They're homeopathic. They're all natural." I said no. She reached out again. I still was like, I don't want to be involved in any other company, just like Millicent said and Anne has said, I've been in these other companies and I didn't want to do it. Until Sherman called me with her testimony and she's like, "Hey, look, this is hormone related and you need to hear this." So I decided, okay, I'll look into it. All it took was getting me on the phone with Charmin, Ann, and Janine, and Without saying I was sold, I was sold. I decided to try them. I went ahead and signed up as a partner. I'm not going to post. I'm not doing all the things. I'm going to try them myself. And I sat back and watched. And I think it was a couple days before my drops actually got here. I'm watching all of this and thinking, nothing that I've done in another company has worked before. Let me just try this. So I started posting probably, I think, the day my drops got here. Started on the drops, and I think within 3 days. So the picture with the no hat with the glasses was when I started. It was really, really hard for me to look at the picture. The one in the hat is only 3 weeks later. All of the inflammation in my stomach, the bloating, it just like disappeared within 3 days. Like if you've ever felt bloating with perimenopause and you know how miserable it's, it affects everything. Like I will stay on these drops for life just to not have that feeling anymore. I dropped 12 pounds within, well, now I'm at 14 pounds after 2 months. I think this was like 9 or 10 pounds that I had dropped. My sleeping has got better. My energy has just, I don't have that afternoon crash anymore. And my boyfriend, who is the doctor, is like, what is it you're doing, Marla? What are these drops? And he decided, and he doesn't do anything. And it's so funny you say that about the vegetables. He takes creatine, he takes pre-workout. He eats relatively healthy, but I'm the big veggie eater in the house. And last night, now that you said that, last night or yesterday, he looked at me, he's like, I think we need to go get some like more of that organic broccoli and some he wanted to have like pasta sauce, and we usually have like a chickpea pasta. He wanted broccoli and he wanted spaghetti squash last night. He's like, I don't know where this is coming from, but we need to eat more vegetables. I almost fell out of my chair when he said that. But he's decided to take the drops and is noticing the energy and how much he feels better. But these pictures, it just kills me to look at these pictures with as active as I am and as much as I work out and as healthy as I
So
eat.
tell them about like your knee surgery.
So
Like,
I had in 2020, I had a total knee replacement and it was not done properly. I gave myself time to recover. I started doing all the things I was told I could do and I was completely unstable. It just was not working. So I went back to my doctor and with a lot of fight with him, he decided to do a partial revision. So there's a part in the middle, we'll just consider it a big thick plastic. It's polyethylene. He took that out, he put a bigger one in, created a lot of pain, made my knee worse. So that was surgery number two. Um, and I was still very unstable, having a lot of pain, gaining weight, all of this inflammation in my legs came out of nowhere after that second surgery. Problem after problem. I ended up going to a specialist in another state. He did a total knee revision, so he took out everything, which is just a procedure in itself, and put in like I am metal from mid thigh to mid tibia. Um, just it was not a good couple years. Did that, was doing better. A year ago, November 11th was my last surgery. So four procedures within 4 years, just a lot of struggle, along with the perimenopause symptoms and putting on the weight. So that picture in August of 2025, I mean, that's what my legs have looked like for the past few years. Last year, I was trying to find pictures last year. Um, I had no pictures of me wearing shorts. None, which is completely devastating for me as a personal trainer and all the things I know that I could not shed that. So started the drops, didn't change. I mean, we eat relatively healthy, so didn't change that. Didn't change my workouts. I started losing the inflammation, the weight, went to went to PXP where they introduced this new collagen, the Everglow, which is beyond amazing. Everybody needs this. Um, and it took some more pictures and I was that one just on 10-2. I was completely shocked. Like I knew my legs were looking better, but to see it and to put the pictures together, I sat here, I had to sit, I sent it like to Janine, I sent it to Anne. I was in tears looking, I couldn't stop crying for like an hour looking at these pictures, like how bad my legs used to look compared to just having some high quality natural products
Mhm.
how effective they are. I'd scream it from the rooftops if I could. But it's just it's totally been a life changer just in 2 months.
Yeah, incredible. And so one of the things Marla does, like she said, I just want to reiterate, she drinks her water. She uses our hydrate product, which is incredible.
Oh, it's the best.
She takes the drops, she moves her body, she exercises and she walks. She tells herself this is going to work. I mean, like, there are many factors here, but I want you to know that the thing that we are so passionate about here, and why you know, why Millicent and Marla and I and many others that are on this call are passionate about the drops plus the other products, is that have given us hope back. And when you look at like, think about like the 4 surgeries in 4 years is significant. Chronic pain is significant. And yet she continued to go lift weights like a boss, because that's who she is. But you guys, I mean, that right, these pictures right here are over the top. And I mean, I myself was like, I am never missing a day of the drops or the collagen. I'm doing what Marla's doing. So, Marla, thank you. I'm so proud of you.
You're welcome.
I
Thank you.
and all of it, one thing I just want you, regardless of where you are, one of the things I want you to be encouraged with is that we're on a journey and we really are passionate. The reason why I love these products is we're passionate about helping people get healthier holistically. That's the reason that I said yes to this. So I'm going to keep moving through our little slideshow here. And just I'm gonna kind of just touch, I'm gonna go quickly through this because we've just had 2 awesome testimonials. But this is someone, she CrossFit trainer, CrossFit competitor, owns a gym. This was her after she had her child. She got on the drops because she wanted to release the weight. She stayed on the drops because of sleep and mood and energy. This is a mom of 6. She wanted to release weight, but she also had not a lot of time. So she was able to do this while she was on the side feet of the, sidelines at the ball fields, made money and released weight. I love that the drops are for men and women. This is Alan. And what I love when we go to these events is we see the afters. We keep seeing people and their after picture. It's incredible. This is not a diet culture. This is not a we're not focused on diet. We're focused on wellness. I want you to hear that that's very important. That's why I'm here. Misty, I mean, wow, look at the before and afters with her body, but I also want you to look at her skin. She's glowing. I love this one because I would have been happy with the picture on the left. But this gal wanted to do a fitness competition. And if you're familiar with that industry, you know anything, a lot of times people achieve the picture on the right in a not healthy way. I love that this gal used the drops and healthy approach, worked out with her trainer, and came home with a trophy. This is one of my favorite testimonials. Why? Dr. Crystal Vance has released over 160 pounds. She has not had one skin surgery because she uses one of the products that we sell called Vinali. It helps to tighten the skin. The other product I'd recommend is our new collagen. And she has struggled with an autoimmune condition her whole life. So on and off of steroids. So she would just balloon up. Everything would be out of balance because if you've ever been on something like an internal steroid, it really affects your system and those foundational hormones that I talked about. So you guys, what I want you to know, she actually looks even younger now. She just turned 50 than she does in the picture on the right. She's in even better shape. It's incredible. These products are phenomenal. They're for all ages, men and women. The person on the right, her name is Ashley. She helped develop our system of growth. that Millicent referred to, and we'll touch on that in just a minute. So you have a few options. You can buy your drops from your brand partner who referred you to this call. They're 167 here in the United States, and they'll ship them out to you. Okay. The next option you have is you can get them as a preferred customer, which is a subscription. It's a subscription account. Okay. It's free. It doesn't cost you any money to sign up for it. And it's going to be a similar price point to the 167, because on the website, they're 176 plus tax and shipping. A lot of times it's about $200 to get it to someone's door. So we purchase them in bulk, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that. So we save our customers money. So the preferred customer account and buying them in retail from us, you save about, $30 to $35. The next option that you have is you can become a brand partner like me and Marla and Millicent and the person that invited you on here. It's $29.95, and you're going to get a replicated site. You're going to get award-winning marketing tools. We're going to train you, and you can join us. And so the customer pack that we offer with this is 4 boxes of drops. Why do we recommend this? Because it really takes a solid 90 to 120 days to get your foundational hormones back in balance. If you've had a lot of health challenges like I've had, it's going to take you longer. It's taken me longer. So I've done all the things, but it's taken me longer to get those into balance. So this is a great opportunity, great option. It's $371 for a 4-pack of drops. Let's say you were like, okay, well, maybe I want to sell to like a few friends of mine. You could buy the 4-pack, you could sell 3 of them and get your box for free. Or let's say you maybe you don't need any drops right now, but you're interested in maybe getting started. You could buy a 4-pack, you could sell all 4 of them at 167, collect $668, pay back your investment of 371 and profit 297. This is the thing that's really fascinating about this company. We get to buy this viral product in bulk, and we get to use social media. That's what all of us are doing. We're using social media, really for, to turn it into sharing great information with people, teaching them about the foundational hormones, teaching them about how to get healthier holistically. And it's an opportunity to use social media to educate, but also to serve people and teach them about these awesome drops and to help them get healthier holistically. So Ashley, my friend, a couple of slides back, she developed this plug and play system that we use on social media. You don't have to be a digital creator. It's truly plug and play. It is a turnkey system. All of the posts are there. We teach and train you, like all the responses, everything is very turnkey, is incredible. And it works. I mean, what happens is I saw a post and I reached out to my friend and I bought them, and they made a difference for me. And so then I took a look at how can I share this with others. So when I got started, this was one of the options that was available. It's a 10-pack. It's $880. We sell them for $167. So when you sell all 10 boxes for $167, you're going to collect $1,670. You pay back that investment of $880, and your profit, your return on investment is $790. Now we have another option, which came out probably about 10 months ago. And this is the 30-pack. So, oh my gosh, you might be like me and think, who's going to buy? How am I going to sell 30 boxes of drops? But I'm going to tell you what, I'm not the only one that was looking, and neither was Marla, and neither was Millicent, neither was Janine or Eva. So the 30-pack, it's $24.99. When you sell each one of these boxes for $167, because that's our price here in the United States, you're going to collect $5,010. You pay back that investment of $24.99, and you're going to profit $2,500, you guys. It is absolutely incredible. And with this company, we have the option to establish our business level within the first 4 weeks. So the 30 pack, it gets you there the first day to this top pay. But you have 4 weeks. So some people start with we want you to get in where you fit in. Some people start with the 4 pack, some people start with the 10 pack, some people start with the 30 pack. What our job is, what my job is, and Janine's and Millicent and Marla and Eva, what our job is to help you get to that top pay within your first 4 weeks so that for the rest of your business, whether you do a little or you do a lot, you're going to get paid. You're going to make up to 30, you're going to make up 30% upfront income for life. That's what sets this company apart. It's very unique. I've never seen an opportunity to be able to purchase the viral product, because what happens is when I saw these drops and I understood what they could do for my body, I wanted them yesterday. And so that's how people are. They want them yesterday. And if you felt any of the incredible benefits of these drops, you know exactly why you wanted them yesterday. So we're really passionate. We want you to get in where you fit in. We'd love for you to partner with us. Our job is, let's say you're like, I want to get started. Our job is to train you so that you can start making right now money in your pocket today or tomorrow. I mean, like as soon as possible. And our goal is, and I mean, Marla, I would love for you to maybe share, because I know it happened for you. Our goal is that by the time that the drops get to your door, that you've either sold out of the pack that you bought or you have paid off your investment, because then the rest is profit. But I'd love for you to share, Marla, because you do have a great testimony about that.
Yeah, so like I said, I wasn't doing all the posting and the before and after, and I was like, meh. So I only ordered 2 boxes for me. Um, and then I watched, and then I literally I sat here, I'm like, this is silly. Like, let me just see if this works. I started posting, and I think within like the first 2 or 3 posts, there was 5 boxes. I'm like, well, I better order a 10 pack. I literally had it sold before it was even delivered. So I immediately ordered another one. I had that one sold before it was delivered. And then I was like, this is really silly. So I did go to my boyfriend because he's the money man. And I said, look, does this make sense to you? And I mean, he was literally not scolding me, but like, why wouldn't you just start with the 30 pack? So yeah, I did before they even got here, sold 2 10s and then sold over two and a half 30 packs already since.
Since
So yeah.
August, beginning of August, mid-August.
Uh, like yeah, like yeah, it was like the first week of August.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. I love
Yeah,
it. I
it's
love it.
crazy.
So you guys get with the person who invited you on. Thank you, Marla. Get with them and let them help you get in where you fit in, because our job is to help you get healthier holistically. And if you're interested, to help you create an additional income stream here. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll chat with you soon.
Bye, thanks.